northbound. My favorite intermodal train, 24X. I would say a close second is 28R, but 24X always get better power. So, and this is a great example of them getting quote unquote better power, because we got a treat today. About to see it coming right now. There's only one problem with this lash up though. I was hoping they got the BNSF from 243 last night. Get that SE70 ACE. Of course not. And it damn sure ain't going on 240, so I will put that to the side too. I don't know when I'm gonna see a SE70 ACE from BNSF, man. It'll happen though. I ain't tripping. There you go, that's 24X northbound, BNSF Gevo Trio. I think they all C4s as well, if I actually remember the numbers correctly. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's gonna be the train of the day. Beautiful. Northbound 28R. Finally, besides 24X, I got another Gevo leader. Finally something without a C6M leading. Speaking about C6M leader, well, today's 154 is gonna be pretty boring. I'm gonna say that. Actually, got the power a few days ago. It says 45, 67, 11, 59. Came from 153 about 3 days ago. Not too bad, speed-wise. It's actually pretty good. Well, that's 28R northbound. Well, I would go and relax a little bit. Let it cool off. And then 154 would be here. Alright, next train, PO9, southbound. Well, I ain't even get to see 154. I'm not missing anything anyway. Your boy was knocked out. Anyway, here we go. I knew they were gonna do that. They hauling ass today though. I knew they were going to replace that ACE, man. I knew they was going to do it. So yeah, last night was the last night to catch them. Northbound. But I wasn't staying up that late. And then on top of that, so that C6M you just saw, that came from M54. I think the 11th. The power set has been in pain the whole time, and they finally picked it up last night. And that's how that C6M got on there. So yeah, I kind of knew that the ACU was going to be quickly replaced with the C6M. So no more ACEs. Thank you, Yard Master. We can never get ACU power on PO9. We can never keep them. We can keep C6Ms, we can't keep ACEs. We really can't keep G-Bolts either. Alright, enough of that rant. Let's get, speaking about C6M, let's get 241, so. Jesus Christ. Alright. Track speed action, here we go. Northbound, PO9. Now lucky for me, I guess I'm not missing anything because we got an M54 right behind PO9, so. Also see that too. Ooh-wee. 67 cars, mostly tankers. I get to see them slow down. That's how long they are. Yep, I think they're about to slow down for P42 because they were working between Blatchbury and Grover, so they should be on the way. They got a signal indication through downtown Gaffney, so I guess we're gonna find out how they're gonna do this. Let's went on M54. They pretty much 30 minutes behind them, so let's get them. All right, southbound. I was hoping they wouldn't beat them here, but Of course, 241 beats M54 here. M54, they taking their time to get here, boy. Good thing I know the power on that train anyway, but here we go. Yep, yep. They gonna let this train, P09 and one M54 has them in past P42 in Blacksburg. P40 still working single track. They're gonna be there for a minute. They already been there for a while actually, but now they're just gonna get held up by traffic. I wish the new M54 was gonna take their time like that. Would have chose the other side. Now, the power for M54 might not get blocked. I might get lucky. Hold on. No, it won't. No, skip it. Yeah, get blocked by the double stack. Go under the bridge. Brace yourself. That's pretty cool. As soon as 241 ended, here comes M54. I guess I chose a good spot for this. Worked out in the long run. about that? Got to see a nice train meet between 241 and M54. And then they met PL9 at Broad River. So yeah, nice little busy action through here. Always happen this time of the night. And then after that, it gets dead again, and 25 a.m. 153 sneaks up. Anyway, I guess I'll probably wait on P42. Maybe, maybe not. It depends on what they got. Alright, southbound. 27A. I'm on the wrong side because 9918 is trailing. You can't see the Conrail door. On my side, you can't. Yeah, I'm on the wrong side, man. It's all good though. Just to get to see 27A. And they probably gonna be 24X at Stickety. Don't expect anything on 24X today. They got just NS today. Don't expect nothing on 28R either. They still ain't left Atlanta yet. As of 8:55. I don't know what the hell going on in Atlanta, but they still not out of there yet. Yeah, light is slowing down already. Yo, 9918. He's still gonna be waiting for a minute. It's a long 27A right here. got too much longer. That's the end of one of the biggest trains you'll see all day. None other than 27A. Let's see what 24X gonna do. Let's go. Alright, northbound. Finally, 24X. They had some type of critical alarm at Welford, so that's why they was stopped for 2 hours. Of course they do that when 27A was coming. You can't make that up. And 28R is gonna be late as well. They got a Dash9 Leader. We ain't seen that in over a year. That's gonna be nice. Like the Jevo just running by itself. The Dash 9 and the C6M is offline. Pretty good for just one locomotive. I'm surprised though. About the same. Oh, that's 24X northbound. About the same lanes as yesterday with the 3 BNSF units. Now all 3 of them was online yesterday, so I'm surprised they're doing that speed with just more locomotives today. So anyway, 28R is gonna be a nice train. They got a Dash9 leading and 2 ACEs trailing. You know they're not gonna run Dpus with a Dash9 leader because Norfolk Southern in particular Dash9s, it's not remote control, so that's not even possible. So let's get 28R. Northbound 28R. Here we go. 28R northbound. Looking good after having had a little bit of PTC issues. Something with their braking. Had them braking issues. Something to do with PTC on their braking. So I guess they got that fixed out already. So next train 154 sounds like they already going to Greenville, so they should be here in a few hours. Hopefully when the heat done settles down a little bit. Let's go. Alright, let's catch them in the OG spot. Fucking Broad River. Anyway. Yeah, snuck out of there somehow. Alright, now what they about to do is they about to stop right here because they got it's a bit of a cluster right now between Spartanburg and here. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna let 241 go first, and then once 241 clear, they're gonna let 154 go, and then once 154 finally moves up, that's when P09 can move. So it's gonna be a little bit of a mess right now. So that's why P09 stopping right here. They ain't got a clear signal yet. I'm glad they went slow. Almost missed it. I ain't trying to miss the ST60E. I did not hear them clear Broad River. They snuck through there somehow. How? They probably cleared when I came out here. I ain't have my scanner on. They probably just waited at Cherokee Creek the entire time. So I came here, I basically out of luck. I just got really lucky that they happened to come right now. All right, enough talking. Let's go ahead and get 241. Southbound 241. Don't expect any signal this train. It's literally just C6Ms. Pretty much how it's been for the past 3 nights. Tonight's a little different because they got a Gevo trailing, of course. And of course the Gevo can't leave for some reason. Anyway, here we go, 241. Yeah, once 241 clear, I'm over heading on back to the house. Because P09 ain't gonna be moving for a while. They gonna wait on 154 to leave Haynes. And that's gonna take every bit of 30 minutes because, well, really longer than that. It's gonna take them 30 minutes to get there. And then gonna take 154 40 minutes to get here. So they're gonna be here for over an hour. So they already been here for over an hour. They've been here since like 8:20-ish. So yeah, they kind of pushing it already. Also, I ain't even got to talk about this. It's another M89. They had to swap out one of the Dpus at Gastonia. It so happened to be the UP DPU, of course. What happened to it, I don't know. But they swapped it out with 1141. Of course, 1141, which happened to be off the PO9 rotation, gets put on the M89 rotation. Which means whenever they start moving, because I don't know what happened to them, so they still at Ranlow right now. They ain't moved one bit. They've been there pretty much all day. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that UP once they get that cleared up. But anyway, that's 241 southbound. We're gonna wait on 154. I ain't gonna be out here for a while. It's gonna be a minute till I get to see 154. Well, see y'all when that happens. All right, northbound, PO9. PO9 left as soon as I finished catching 241. And guess who ain't left yet? Mr. 154. You know why? Because they let P42 work single track. And more so probably because 154 ran out of time. Because they had a broken knuckle before they even got to Haynes. So, yeah, pretty bad. I think that's 14 cars on PO9 northbound. They might have meet M89 in Gastonia because he's still over there. I think I just heard them saying they moved. They got the UP locomotive out of the way, so they just headed out probably in one of the sidings over there. So, yep. It might be the last. That might have been the last train right there. 25A still like a good hour and 30 minutes away. 153 is still in Charlotte. They got a lot of UP power tonight. They got like 3 UP locomotives, and they came from 118 today. I had a feeling it's gonna go on 153, and I had a feeling I wasn't gonna get them either. I ain't really sweating it. Anyway, and well, at this point, signing out. All right, southbound, PO9. Well, after I caught PO9 northbound last night, I missed a whole lot. A whole lot except M89. They still in Gastonia. Why they still in Gastonia? They ain't got a crew. PO9 southbound, 42 cars, 8019, 4564. Also, I'm getting torn up all over the fuck on me. Mosquitoes, whatever the fuck these things are. They tearing me up. Probably got a guy on a yellow shirt, so I'm probably a target right now. Anyway, let's see who's next. Is it gonna be 241 or is it gonna be M89? I don't know. 154 is not even close. Also, they tied down in Hain last night. You know what? I think I said it last night too. But yeah, they tied down in Hain last night. You know what? They ran out of time. That broken knuckle fucked them up. So they ended up coming to here around 7 o'clock yesterday. Well, this morning, not yesterday. Anyway, besides that, well, who's next? Southbound 241. I'm in the OG spot. They're running all 3 locomotives. That's why they're going a little faster today. Okay. This is what they need to do. Instead of running 3, but 2. They need to run 3. But they ain't gonna do it. They got that old festival over there. You can probably hear the music a little bit. Good thing you really can't hear it over the train, because there would be some copyright. Happened to miss P09 northbound. We're now getting some food, which was nice. Something's flying on my face. Get the fuck out of my face. God damn. So I gave up on this spot, man. Too many people coming to the road, bro. But I had no choice, because there wasn't really nowhere else for me to go to catch the train. Look at that, everybody passing by me. I like my old phone. My new phone records this a lot better. And I mean a lot better. Pretty fast 241, pretty long 241 tonight too. I think it just saw some lightning. There you go. That's 241 southbound. They snuck that 4056 at C6M third out on there. I guess that came from M54 a few days ago. It could have came from 154 from earlier this morning. I don't know. We get C6Ms from everywhere. You can't avoid them. Anyway, that's 241. Where's the M89? Don't know. All right, let me turn my before I get copyright. All right. 1 hour later, finally, M89 has a crew. And they're coming through Gaffney now after being tied down for literally an entire day. They had to swap out the UP DPU. I don't tell them where that's at now, but last night was a mess because M89 was in the way. And I'm telling them what that dispatcher had to do for them trains last night. I know it was terrible. I know she was ready to go home too. Anyway, let's get M89 southbound. All 105 loaded Autoracks. 105 loaded Autoracks. Over 9,000 feet. Probably about 8,000 tons. Autoracks ain't that heavy. Indian National. I don't think I see them Autoracks much. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't like what I'm hearing right now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, they took it. There goes 1141. They took it away. Now we stuck with another C6M. Gotta love it. I don't know what that Automatic is. That 123rd anniversary one. There you go. That's the end of NS M89 southbound. 1 by 1 by 0. 105 Autorack loads. Heading south to East Point, Georgia. Rerouted due to the CNO derailment happened with the, I think it was NS 197. That's where that happened at. Anyway, they should be almost cleared up now. So we ain't gonna have no more reroutes. Probably not too much longer. So anyway, enough of that. Let's see who else I can get. Because 154 and 240, I can't get 240 for shit. I'm not catching both of them. So anyway.